director for the communications design firm Paragon Design Group. So I can't wait to hear more about it.
Yeah, that's me. I'm actually wondering how I found myself in this situation. Well, it all started in 2015 when I was asked to teach a typography course, and I said, yes, please, I love typography. One thing they didn't mention was that I was going to teach to a room full of people who did not want to be there. Yes, they asked me to teach typography to hostages. No, not really hostages, but, close enough. See, none of these people care or have any interest in design, yet they have to take a typography course in order to graduate for some reason. So needless to say, things got off to a rocky start. But I managed to turn it around and managed to design a class that was able to turn even the most skeptical learner into a bona fide typer. So what I want to walk you through now is the process of how I got there, in case you're ever put in a position where you have to teach something you care about to people who couldn't care less. So step one, start with why, which seems obvious. I know it's pretty much a cliché, but I didn't realize back in 2015 that before I get deep into the tech and early minutia, I have to first make a good case for why typography is important. So the very first lesson in the semester is we explore some of the ways that typography can affect your daily life. For example, it can hack your brain. I make students think that one of these fragrances is a perfume and one is cologne, even though the only difference is the font that I chose for the label. You see, my students are always surprised when they find out that even your sense of perception and smell can be influenced by something as simple as the way you enter your book. But the Jedi matrix don't stop there. Then we talk about how hard to read typefaces might be able to affect your memory or the way that you think. See, there's this thing called cognitive dissonance, and what it suggests is that the more work that we have trying to interpret the symbols on our page, the less likely we are to make stupid mistakes. Speaking of which, Warren Beatty, Al Gore, and Steve Harvey have in common? You guessed it, they were all victims of bad typography. See, that's what we're trying to get students to realize, that good typography can literally change the course of history, or even worse, embarrass you at also. Now, hopefully you realize that at no point in this open did I say I would make sure to add them about how important typography is. That would not work. So what I do is that brings us to step 2. Make sure your classes are certified lecture-free or active AF as they use. So the activities start from the moment they log into the Zoom classroom and they see an icebreaker on the screen waiting for them. It's just a way to wake them up and get their brain juices flowing. So things like form your initials of the objects nearby or do a quick brain teaser. It's just to prime them and get them ready for the lesson of the day, which, no surprise, involves some form of activity. So for example, in the history of typefaces lesson, I had the students create their own timeline of what they think will happen. But I've given each of them their own typeface to research. So we spend the class putting together the pieces in the correct order, and that's how we assemble the puzzle, not me just spoon-feeding it to them. Similarly, in my type anatomy class, yes, typography has anatomy. I don't just sit down and go over a list of terms and their definitions. I created a game where they have to describe a famous logo in their own words, but they get points if they use the correct esoteric typeface terminology. Now, don't get the wrong idea here. It's not all fun games in my class. It's just mostly fun games. So we have a puzzle tournament that I've set up as a retrieval practice, and then we have an escape room that I created. All of these are just devious ways of trying to disguise the fact that they're learning something. These shenanigans are fun for me and torture for them, but it's a great way to liven up the in-class time. I only have them for 2 hours of class, 2 days a week, which is not enough time to bring them over to the dark side. But you know what it is? Bribery. So, and that's what I did. I turned the entire class into a story-based game. So the way it works is that at the very beginning of the semester, And students choose whether they want to play as a brave band of heroes battling out for the throne in Clash of Guilds, or the newest recruits in an elite type squad solving type crimes and saving the world. And then whatever story they choose, that's how the whole class unfolds. So, for example, in the Clash of Guilds storyline, all of the projects become quests, and all of the quest backstory that fits into that world. So, for example, they have to design a typeface for the royal motto, or design an artifact to induct a new patron saint for the kingdom. And I am not just some yammering face at the end of the screen, I'm the oracle that is teaching them the ways and skills that they need to fulfill the quest. But that's not all. In addition, they can earn bonus points by doing side quests, or if they find the Easter eggs that are hidden in all the reading assignments, and then they accumulate those points, leveling up, unlocking perks that will help them with the game, class. So the final step is uber important, because all that work would be useless if I didn't if the students, when they log into the class in the online platform, if they're confused or they're bored. So I just change all of this mess into a more streamlined roadmap for students so they can easily track their progress and they don't have an excuse when they're looking for the syllabus. Now, obviously, I'm joking that these people are my hostages. But we have to, because technically they can actually leave the class, but they're going to have to take that part of the course, even if it's not mine. And I think they know, because they come in on the first day feeling and looking like they're powerless and that they're rejected. So the fact that the approach that I'm taking, where I'm showing them how important typography is to their lives, I'm showing them how it hacks their brains, I have them interact with the material in an immersive story-based game, and then I give them the power to influence how the story unfolds and how the class unfolds by asking for their input, regularly getting their feedback. All of this is just an effort to counteract that feeling of powerlessness, give them back a little bit more control over their education, and hopefully inject some positive feelings about typography along the way. And judging from the feedback I get and looks at their faces, I think it's working so far, even if it's a bad case of Stockholm.
Oh, good. I didn't have to ask.
Can I take your class? I'm a convert. So I actually do have another question aside from me wanting to take your class. When you came up with, as a former teacher as well, I know that you have to gamify a lot of different things. I mean, this is brilliant. I love your approach. Tell me how, what was some of your design thinking kind of behind how you put this all together?
It was an iterative process, like any design project. So the very first thing I did after, and I'm only half joking, that first image in the back of my page of the board student is, it is very accurate to the faces that I saw. And I did not like that. I was embarrassed. So the very first thing I did was to cobble together some party games, but change the actual games to be type related, so like Taboo and Pictionary and all that, but then change it and all that. And that one class just changed everybody's countenance, so everyone must be onto something. And then other layers of the side quests, Easter eggs, and then changing the different classes to have more of an active approach. That sort of came over the course of many years, 6, 7 years. So it wasn't like one big stuff, just it all goes in this prerequisite class, and just sort of piece by piece. And then also, I'm serious, I at the end, 3 or 4 times during the semester, I get their feedback. So it's like, how's it going? How am I doing? Am I talking too much? Am I talking enough? And if ever you want to get, bring your ego down, just give an anonymous survey. Any day you feel like, I got this.
That's awesome. Thank you. Very good.
Other questions for Andrew? I want to audit.